What if nobody went to work for 1 week? Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and discovering something impossible. Nobody went to work. Not your neighbor, not your boss, not the pilot flying your plane, not the truck driver delivering food, not the engineer keeping the power grid running. Nobody. For 1 week, every person on Earth decides to stay home. No strikes, no protests, no explanation, just silence. What happens next? Most people think the world would be fine for a few days. After all, what's 1 week? The answer is far more interesting than you might think, because modern civilization is a lot less permanent than it looks. Day 1. At first, it feels amazing. No alarm clocks, no traffic, no deadlines. The lights still work, stores are still stocked. If you looked outside, you might barely notice anything was wrong. But something important has already stopped: the flow. Food, fuel, medicine, electricity, all of it depends on constant movement. And today, that movement has stopped completely. Day 2. The cracks are already showing. No trucks leave distribution centers, gas stations aren't refilled, cargo ships sit in port. Most people still aren't worried, the shelves still look mostly full, but grocery stores don't stockpile. Civilization isn't running on reserves, it's running on delivery schedules, and schedules just stopped. Day 3. Now people start noticing. Milk disappears first, then bread, then eggs. Fresh fruit becomes harder to find. Not because the world ran out of food, because food isn't where people need it to be. A tomato sitting on a farm is useless if nobody transports it to a city. That's when people realize something strange. Cities don't produce most of what they consume. They depend on a constant stream of deliveries, every day, every hour, every minute. Day 4. Hospitals become the biggest concern. Most people assume hospitals are buildings. They're not. Hospitals are people, doctors, nurses, technicians, pharmacists, cleaners, drivers. Without them, even the most advanced hospital becomes just another building. At the same time, power plants are still running on automation. They don't need someone flipping a switch every hour, but grids need people constantly watching them. Small faults happen all the time. A line trips, a generator overloads. Normally, operators catch it in seconds. Without anyone watching, a small fault doesn't stay small. It cascades, flights are canceled, public transportation becomes unreliable. For the first time, people stop treating the situation like a holiday. Day 5. This is when the supply chain starts breaking apart, and most people have no idea how important supply chains are until they stop working. Think about your breakfast. Maybe you had coffee, milk, bread, eggs. Every one of those items followed a complicated journey involving farmers, factories, warehouses, truck drivers, mechanics, software systems, and retailers. Now imagine every link in that chain stopping at once. The result isn't immediate collapse, it's something stranger, a slow unraveling. Day 6, fuel shortages begin appearing, ports are backed up, factories sit silent, construction projects stop. Many ATMs run out of cash, not because money disappeared, but because the people who transport and maintain cash aren't working. This is where the illusion breaks. People often think money keeps society running, but money is only useful when real people are producing real things. You can't eat money, you can't drive money, you can't generate electricity with money. Money is simply a tool that helps people cooperate. Without the people, the tool doesn't do much. Day 7. By now, the world feels different. Not destroyed, not post-apocalyptic, just fragile. And that's the surprising part. Modern civilization isn't held together by a few powerful people. It's not held together by billionaires. It's not held together by governments. And it's not held together by stock markets. It's held together by millions of ordinary people doing ordinary jobs. Truck drivers, electricians, farmers, warehouse workers, engineers, cashiers, mechanics, nurses. People rarely notice them until they're gone. And that's the real lesson. Most of the things that make modern life possible are invisible. You don't think about the people who keep the water flowing. You don't think about the people who maintain power lines. You don't think about the people delivering food to your city, because when everything works, they're invisible. But for 1 week, if nobody showed up, you'd discover just how much of civilization depends on complete strangers doing their jobs every day. In the end, the most valuable resource in the world isn't gold. It isn't oil. It isn't money. It's cooperation. Millions of people working together, often without ever meeting one another. And that's something nobody explained about the world. This isn't just a thought experiment. In 2021, a shortage of truck drivers in the UK emptied supermarket shelves and petrol stations within days. In 2003, a few uncaught faults in Ohio cascaded into a blackout across the US and Canada. 50 million people, no power, almost overnight. And in 2021, one single ship, the Ever Given, got stuck sideways in the Suez Canal for 6 days. One ship blocked roughly $9 billion a day in global trade. Not a strike, not a war, just one ship in the wrong place for 6 days. So the next time, everything just works. The lights turn on, the shelves are full. Your package arrives on time. Remember, that's not the default state of the world. That's millions of invisible hands showing up every single day. So you never have to think about any of this at all. It already happened, just never to everyone all at once.